Kool TV proudly presents Kentucky Christian University Softball as the Kool Hit Sports Network brings you coverage of the KCU Knights live from Graceland, Kentucky. Now let's head to the Graceland Sports Park for KCU softball action live on Kool TV.
And back with you here for game number 2. If you're just now joining us, welcome in here on Kool TV. Milligan and KCU setting to square off for the second game of the Twin Bill. KCU winning game number 1, 12-8. And they're ready to get things underway for the second game of the series. Rain again still threatening in the area. We're going to see kind of a little better, I think, than we did in the first game. Not as much chances of rain, but the second batch of rain that does roll in here, it's got a better chance of hanging around for a little bit longer. But the hopes is we can get all the way through this one. Milligan can safely get back on the road and head back down to Johnson, Tennessee, and the both teams can close things out here on this weekend affair. We'll step out for a break. We'll come back. We'll meet our starting lineups to get you ready for first pitch. KCU and Milligan, game number 2 here on this Twin Bill on this Saturday afternoon at Raceland Softball Complex on Kool TV.
Good morning, Isabella.
Hi, David.
Back for your morning routine?
Clark's Refresh Rewards program is something you'll flip for.
Hey, Isabella. Hi, Annabelle.
Donut?
Don't forget the sprinkles. Sprinkles! Cream and sugar.
Download our app today and enjoy all of the rewards. No flipping required.
Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
If you're looking for a complete discount pharmacy with old-fashioned service and excellent prices, look no more. Since 1979, Stultz Pharmacy has provided our area with the finest in pharmacy care, 24-hour emergency prescription service, free delivery, and drive-through service for prescriptions. Stultz Pharmacy continues to fill all of your expectations. They carry a nice selection of gift items. For hometown service, see the professionals at Stultz Pharmacy in Greenup. More than you expect from a pharmacy.
Stultz Pharmacy. At First National Bank, we strive to make every person that walks through our doors feel like family. Because to us, you are. For over 120 years, we have lived in and served the families of Kentucky with genuine care through the good times and the bad. Come and see the difference banking with family can truly make for you at any of our 7 locations or visit our website at www.fnbgrayson.com. First National Bank, member FDIC.
Kentucky Christian University is a private, nonprofit university located in the beautiful foothills of eastern Kentucky. For over a century, KCU has been transforming the hearts and minds of students through a Christ-centered academic community that is both academically rigorous and intimately personal. Begin the journey to the career of your dreams today at kcu.edu.
As we get things ready to go, let's meet our starting lineups for the visiting Buffaloes. Leading things off and playing second base is Ashley Worley. Batting second and playing third base is Haley Vigil. Batting third in center field is Maggie Johnson. Cleanup hitter is the shortstop, Alana Parsons. Batting fifth and playing first base, Jalen Halliburton. Batting sixth in left field, Alexis Brown. Batting seventh in right field, Stephanie Steele. Batting eighth and catching is Molly Johnson. And batting ninth as the designated player, Hannah Bates. She'll bat for the pitcher of Bree Presnell. Again, Worley, Vigil, Johnson, Parsons, Halliburton, Brown, Steele, Johnson, and Bates. Defensively for the Knights, it's Engler, Mathis, and Lawyer. That's left to right. Third to first is Leba, Ruiz, Watson, and Curtis. Penrod behind the dish, and inside the circle is Blackburn. First pitch at 3:33 as we look at Ashton Blackburn's numbers. 17th appearance on the season, a 3-9 record with a 5.10 ERA. 82 strikeouts, 62 walks, working 82 and a third innings of work. 68 runs, 60 of those have been earned. And Ashley Worley, who steps things off to get things going, is ahead 2-0. So Worley awaits as Blackburn steps back in. 3-0 pitch. Low ball 4 and a leadoff walk. And it brings in the third baseman of Haley Vigil. Vigil, a .244 hitter. 11 hits, 7 driven in with 4 doubles. That was in there for a called strike. Vigil shows bunt, sends this one up in the air, and the catcher couldn't find it. Got over top the head of Penrod from behind the dish. She never got the mask clear. And the ball falls in for a foul ball, and the count goes to 0-2. Worley, Vigil, and Johnson, the 3 scheduled to appear here for the visiting Buffaloes, trying to even up the series after falling in game 1, 12-8. Blackburn back to work. Comes down and in. Throw down to second base is not in time. A good throw. But swiping the bag is Worley. This one smacked back through the middle into center field for a base hit. The first hit of the contest.
Number 16, Maggie Johnson.
So now Maggie Johnson steps in. Offers at a bunt. They will throw through, but still in the bag is Vigil. That's in there for a called strike. Count evens at 1-1. Corners come in as she offers at the bunt attempt and comes up empty. So the Buffs trying to go a little small ball here in this one in the first inning. Blackburn trying to wiggle out of a jam here in the first. 2 on, nobody out. This one's lifted skyward, weakly behind second base. Dropping back as Ruiz. She'll make the catch for the first out of the inning. That was a tweener. And Ruiz made a nice play there to get behind the bag and then more importantly, turn quickly toward the plate to not allow Worley to try to settle in and advance. So Alana Parsons steps in. Parsons a .379 hitter, 33 hits, 21 driven in. That one's right down the pipe for a called strike, 1-1. Two balls and a strike. This one's fouled away over to the football field. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The count moves to. Blackburn could wiggle out of this jam here in the first after giving up both runners to get on. This will be huge. 2-2 offering. Fouled off the catcher's mask. We'll stay put. Blackburn back up on the rubber. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nice pitch as she goes up and away and gets the strike 3 swinging. 2 down in the inning. So Blackburn picks up a huge out there. And now the first baseman will step in for her first at-bats of the afternoon of Jalen Halliburton, excuse me. Halliburton, 196 hitter, ahead now 2-0. Swing and a miss. Little dribbler off the end of the bat. Watson fields and throws. And a really good job there by Blackburn to wiggle out of the jam here in the first. Half inning in the books. We're scoreless. Back to Raceland we go after this on Kool TV.
Hello, everyone. I am Rick Clark. Let me introduce you to Carlisle, Annabelle, and Zach.
And as you can tell by these commercials, this family has a lot of fun.
We have a great team here at Clark's.
And we would love for you to join our family.
Whether you're a young person looking for your first job, someone who's looking for extra work, or maybe you're ready to start a career at a growing company, we want to talk to you. To find out more and start the process, go to myclarkspns.com.
Clark's Pump and Shop.
Return,
refresh,
refuel.
If you're looking for a complete discount pharmacy with old-fashioned service and excellent prices, look no more. Since 1979, Stultz Pharmacy has provided our area with the finest in pharmacy care, 24-hour emergency prescription service, free delivery, and drive-through service for prescriptions. Stultz Pharmacy continues to fill all of your expectations. They carry a nice selection of gift items. For hometown service, see the professionals at Stultz Pharmacy in Greenup. More than you expect from a pharmacy.
Stultz Pharmacy.
We go to the bottom of the first inning in a scoreless affair with KCU coming to the plate for the first time in the contest. Take a look at their starting lineup, leading things off. And playing third base is Sarah Leba, batting second in center field, Kylie Mathis. Batting third is the designated players, Hannah Eisen. The cleanup hitter is the left fielder, Rebecca Engler. Batting fifth and playing shortstop is Alana Ruiz. Batting sixth and pitching, Ashton Blackburn. Batting seventh and playing first base is Alyssa Curtis. Batting eighth and catching is Madison Penrod. And batting ninth and playing right field is Samantha Lawyer. So Leba will lead things off. She had a bases clearing double back in game number 1. She went 1 for 4 in that contest. Floats this one out toward the second baseman, Parsons, who settles in, makes the catch, 1 down in the inning. Mathis to the plate, a 389 hitter. His first pitch misses downstairs for a ball. We'll take a look at Bressel's numbers here in just a second. The 1-0 offering. Big breaking ball that runs away, 2-0. Right-hander awaits as Matthews stands in the right-handed box ready to go and fouls this one away. Look at Bree Presnell's 5-3 record with a 4.08 ERA, 58 and a third innings of work, 77 hits, 24 walks, 23 strikeouts, 38 runs, 34 of those have been earned. This one's floated over toward the first base side, giving chase as Halliburton, but she runs out of real estate and the count holds it 2-2. Mathis awaits. Chops this one back up the middle. Parsons will field behind the circle. Flip it across the first two down of the inning. So Hannah Eisen steps in now. First pitch to her, misses upstairs for a ball. Eisen 2 for 4 in game number 1 with a pair of doubles. That's right down the pipe. I called strike 1-1. Tries to go with a draw ball on the 1-1 offering, and it stays down out of the zone. 2 balls and a strike. KCU trying to get the sweep and make it 3 out of 4 here in Raceland over the weekend. After moving the games over here due to the high water that we've had in Grayson over the week. But the Knights are going to go in order here in the first. We've played one. We're scoreless here in Raceland. Back for more after this on Kool TV.
Here at Kentucky Christian University, we believe that nursing saves lives. Nursing is more than a career, it's a calling. KCU has a reputation for producing exemplary graduates who excel both clinically and professionally. With options for both in-person and online studies, KCU is ready to help you begin the career of your dreams today. Find out more at kcu.edu.
At First National Bank, we strive to make every person that walks through our doors feel like family. Because to us, you are. For over 120 years, we have lived in and served the families of Kentucky with genuine care through the good times and the bad. Come and see the difference banking with family can truly make for you at any of our 7 locations or visit our website at www.fnbgrayson.com. First National Bank, member FDIC.
We head to the top of the second inning, scoreless here in Raceland. Six, 7, and 8 due up this inning for the visiting Buffs. Brown, Steele, and Johnson. So Alexis Brown will lead things off. Brown, a .319 hitter, 30 hits, 17 driven in. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss. One's downstairs for a ball, 2-1. You know, outside of having to deal with the rain, it's a pleasant afternoon. The weather, you couldn't really ask for the weather temperatures to be much better. It's just nagging showers just continue to hang around the area. Just refuses to go away. I talked with some of the players from Milligan during the break and asked them how things were down their way, down in Johnson City, Tennessee. And said they had some weather, but nothing like what we've seen up here. I was talking to one of my friends that lives down by Land Between the Lakes. He's down in Paris, Tennessee, and so they got 2 inches of rain in the last hour. 2-2, slow rolled out to Ruiz at short. She'll pick and throw, and a low throw by her. Cannot be fielded by the first baseman, and the error will put the runner aboard here to start the second. So Stephanie Steele steps in for her first cuts of the ball game. Shows bunt, pulls it back, and looks at a ball downstairs. Still a .235 hitter, 4 hits, 3 driven in. Corner's pinched up for the Knights, looking for the bunt, and Blackburn spikes this one in the turf at a 2-0 count. Again, the Knights moving the weekend series from yesterday and today over to Raceland Softball Complex due to all the rain that we've had and not able to play there at the Grayson Sports Park. Got 2 games in yesterday through rains pretty much most of the day as they split with CIU. And then taking game number 1 over Milligan here this afternoon, 12-8. 3-0's downstairs, ball 4, and 2 runners aboard here to start the top of the second inning. So in comes the catcher of Molly Johnson.
Now batting is number 9, Molly Johnson.
Johnson shows bunt, sends this one foul into the net. .355 hitter with 11 hits, 7 RBIs coming in today with 1 double. Milligan has shown it wants to play the small ball game, but has really struggled getting the ball in play. 2 on, nobody out here in the second. This one's bunted up. Leba coming from third base all the way from behind the plate and makes the catch. Penrod never found the ball. And what a play there by the third baseman, crashing down the line and making the play from back behind where the catcher was. So Hannah Bates steps in. Bates a .267 hitter. .12 hits, 6 driven in. Blackburn back to work, the 1-0. Sends that one downstairs that she does offer. And the count evens at 1-1. And Blackburn wiggle out of a jam again here in the second. Had 2 in scoring position back in the first. This one misses high for a ball. 2-1. Three balls and 1 strike. And the bases are loaded. And that takes us back to the top of the order. And Ashley Woolery, excuse me. First pitch into her. It's called a strike. Bases covered in Buffaloes. Nowhere to put her as the count evens at 1-1. This one's lifted skyward down the line, left field up against the fence. 2 runs are going to score. As the play comes to the plate, is not going to be in time. They've got the runner out at second base, held in a rundown. She's going to get back safely, but it's going to be a 2 RBI single, and the Buffs take a 2-0 lead.
Now batting is number 17, Haley Vigil.
So Haley Vigil steps in 1 for 1. Puts down a beautiful bunt. And a nice play at first base on the throw from third as Leba gets the second out of the inning. So the sacrifice bunt is complete. That moves both runners across. 5-4 on the putout. And now Maggie Johnson 0 for 1 climbs in. It was right down the pipe. Johnson comes up and has a quick word with her skipper. Johnson flew out the shortstop behind second base her first time through today. 2 in scoring position, but 2 out, but 2 across here for the Buffs. Here the visiting second. Blackburn back to work. Misses low for a ball as the count evens at 1-1. Bates at third, Woolery out at second. And it's 2-1. Three balls and 1 strike. Parsons stands in the on-deck circle, would go next. She had a big game in game number 1, 2 for 4 with a double and a home run, drove in a pair. She would love the opportunity to come to the plate with the bases juiced. Johnson's ahead 3-1 with 2 on and 2 out. She blasts this one to right field. Back as the wall is Lawyer, and she reaches up and makes the catch to end the inning. Take a look at this as a well-struck ball out and up against the orange monster. Lawyer goes up and hauls it in, and no runs come across the plate other than the 2 to start the inning. 2-0 as we head to the bottom of inning number 2 after this on Kool TV.
If you can picture yourself in a better job and a better life, there are thousands of openings in Kentucky right now. And with the Work Ready Kentucky Scholarship, you can prepare for many of them tuition-free. Good at Ashland Community and Technical College. This scholarship offers 100% free tuition for classes that can prepare you for a great job in healthcare, advanced manufacturing, and more in as little as 13 weeks. Get started today at WorkReadyKentucky.com.
The Greenup County Public Library System is the best. Read the latest bestsellers in large print, regular print, or audio CDs. You can also check out movies or place a hold on a book on our website or call one of the library locations to place a hold. There are community meeting rooms available by reservation at all locations for clubs and organizations. And be sure to check out the Jesse Stewart collection at the Greenup County branch. Check them out on Facebook and Twitter.
2-0 as we move to the bottom of inning number 2. Milligan leading KCU. 4, 5, and 6 up this inning for the Knights after going in order in the first inning. Rebecca Engler leads things off. Big breaking ball runs away for a ball 1-0. Engler a .317 hitter, 26 hits, 17 driven in. She went 2 for 3 with 2 doubles, drove in 4 in the Game 1 win. Engler, Ruiz, and Blackburn. 3 scheduled to go here for the Knights in the home second. 2-0. This one's laced down the right side, but drifting foul. Here's the 2-1. Off the end of the bat, but right at the first baseman, Halliburton, for the first down of the inning. So Lana Ruiz steps in. 319 hitter, 29 hits coming in. First pitch breaking ball misses for a ball. Another breaking ball stays down out of the zone, 2-0. That one catches the corner of the plate, 2-1. Twins put 6 up in the 4th against the Astros, take a 6-1 lead in the top of the 6th up in Minnesota. Cubs lead the Padres 4-0, bottom of the 5th inning. They get the bases juiced in that one. Here's a hard hit ball out to the shortstop, and Parsons picks it clean off the turf for the second out of the inning. So now the pitcher, Ashton Blackburn, steps in. Blackburn, a .290 hitter, 20 hits, 8 driven in, 5 doubles on the season. She rockets this one deep left field, and reaching up off the top of the glove is Brown. She can't haul it in. Blackburn's on her horse. She'll motor in with a stand-up 2-out double here in the second. That ball was on Brown quick. All she could do was try to throw a glove up and hope for the best. She snow-coned it, but it rolled through. And the first hit of the ball game for the Knights come here with 2 outs in the second inning. So now the first baseman of Alyssa Curtis comes to the plate. Breaking ball in there for a called strike. That is a filthy breaking ball. Started that one at her hands, and it dives it across the upper half of the plate. The 0-1. Took something off of that one as it gets away from the catcher and allows Blackburn to advance to third. So the Knights' first run of the game stands 60 feet away, but 2 outs in the frame. D-backs and Nationals have gotten things going up in Washington That's game scoreless. Dodgers and Phillies getting ready to get going, as are the Yankees, Pirates, Orioles, and the Royals, and the Red Sox and the Cardinals. Games later tonight. Rays are at the Rangers. Blue Jays are at the Mets. Reds are at the Brewers. Marlins, Braves. Athletics, Rockies. Mariners, Giants. And Guardians at the Angels. White Sox fall to the Tigers today, 7-2 in our only final in the Bigs. 1-2 strike count. Presnell back to work. That one's fouled into the net. Count holds at 1-2. Both teams went scoreless in the first. Milligan got 2 runs across in the second. KCU threatening to chip away on that deficit as Curtis battles here in her first at-bat. That one's down and away for a ball, 2-2. Madison Penrod will go next. Two's wild across the board with a runner at third. Off the end of the bat, slaps that one down the right field line for a base hit. So it's an RBI single for Alyssa Curtis. And the Knights did the scoreboard. It's 2-1.
Now batting is number 28, Madison Penrod.
So the catcher of Madison Penrod comes to the plate, a 250 hitter. 13 hits, 8 driven in on the season. She looks at a little ephus pitch that dips in there for a called strike. This one's a bleeder down the line, right side. Coming on and making a great running catch is Steele to end the inning. But the Knights get one back. They trail it 2-1. We head to the third after this on Kool TV.
Primary Plus is celebrating 40 years of its mission of quality, advanced, affordable health care. With over 11 primary care locations throughout the region, Primary Plus believes in our communities and our patients. The Primary Plus name means primary care plus so much more. Offering extended services such as women's health, pediatrics, dental, counseling, diabetes management, infusion services, and on-site pharmacy that offers free delivery. Primary Plus believes in connecting health care for you and your family and is always welcoming new patients. Learn more at primaryplus.net.
Osman Pharmacy and Grill, located at 89 2nd Street in downtown Vanceburg, Kentucky, offers fast and friendly service with a hometown feel. Check out their specialty items in person or order them online at osmanpharmacy.com. Osman Pharmacy and Grill also has daily dinner specials where you can dine in or get your order to go. Stop by or call Osman Pharmacy and Grill today. Osman Pharmacy and Grill, 89 2nd Street in downtown Vanceburg.
We head at the top of the third, 2-1 Milligan in front of KCU. So we welcome you back here to the Raceland Softball Complex on what is been a cloudy and rainy afternoon. The sun's trying to bend its way through the clouds. The clouds are not going to wait, but it's certainly brightened things up. But there is more rain headed this direction. That's going to be here later on this evening into tonight. 4, 5, and 6 due up this inning for the visiting Buffs, as Alana Parsons will lead things off. She's 0 for 1 with a strikeout.
Now batting is number 13, Alana Parsons.
Blackburn looking for a clean inning. And she's quickly ahead, 0-2. The 0-2. Fouled away. Parsons 2 for 4 with a double, a home run, and 2 driven in back in game number 1 in that 12-8 loss. Tries to work with the changeup on the outside corner, but misses wide and low, 1-2. This one's raked over toward the shortstop and past a diving attempt of Ruiz for a single. It's going to get past the outfielder and move it up to second base and make it a double. So a good start for the Buffs, third inning. And now Jalen Halliburton steps in. So Parsons picks up her second double of the day, one in each game. Halliburton fouls this one away, and the count will leave it at 1-1. Fouled off the catcher's mask, and I believe the shoulder guard of the home plate umpires. He's going to walk that one out and hand it off. She gives a thumbs up that she's good to go. Count moves to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Leadoff double by Parsons out at second base. Here's the 1-2. Got her swinging. One down here in the third. Our second strikeout of the ball game. So Alexis Brown dives into the plate at 0 for 1. Reached on an error by the shortstop her first time through. First pitch offered to her misses low for a ball, 1-0. This one lifted straight up in the elevator shaft. Third baseman Leba comes in, makes the catch. 2 down in the inning. So to the plate comes Stephanie Steele. Steele walked her first time through today. And she's ahead 2-0. A leadoff double by Parsons, and she's still out at second base. Here, this 2-1 ball game in the third. Nice pitch on the outside corner for a called strike. Two and two. Played with the outside corner and connected. Blackburn get out of the jam here in the third. She puts that one down in the turf, and the count moves to full. Johnson would go next if Steele can reach. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down, a runner at second base. Payoff pitch, lifted skyward, first base side. Giving a look will be the first baseman and the right fielder, but they run out of real estate, and it gets into the bullpen for a foul ball. Keep seeing this glow on the field, and it's kind of freaking me out. I haven't seen this in most of the week. It's like the apocalypse is getting ready to happen or something. Here's the payoff pitch. Misses high, ball 4. Runner goes to third, and unable to handle the throw was Leba. So Parsons will swipe third, and they're at the corners. And Parsons, she took a tough spill over there at third base as she's up walking around. So the infield will come together. So Steele earns her second walk of the afternoon. Johnson taking some gingerly walks down around third base in the foul territory side of things. She looks like she's good to go. KCU's head coach, Matt Richard, comes out, has a word with his players, trying to keep this at a one-run deficit. As Molly Johnson will step in. And now Parsons is going to come to the side. Now they're going to have a conversation with the head coach of the Buffaloes, of Wes Holly. Again, Holly, 37 years here in Johnson City, Tennessee, at the control of this Buffaloes team, hanging it up after this season. A class act gentleman I had a chance to talk with just a little bit before the game today, and Coach Rickard was very high on him. They gave him a little kind of a goodie bag to welcome him to his retirement after this season. But all right, everybody's good to go. Parsons settles back in over at third, so they're at the corners with 2 down, and to the plate is Molly Johnson. Excuse me. Catcher 0 for 1 today in the contest. A big opportunity with runners at the corners. First pitch in there for a called strike. That one kind of got my cameraman a little antsy a little bit. 2-1 here in the top of the third. A 1 lifted skyward behind the press box here as the count moves quickly to 0-2. Blackburn with 2 strikeouts, 4 walks. She would love a K here to get out of this jam and keep this at a 1-run deficit. Down and in. Runner will take second base without a throw. So now 2 runners in scoring position and a base hit, an opportunity to add to the lead. The 1-2. Lifted skyward left field. Engler dropping back in front of the warning track, reaches up, makes the catch, and will end the inning. We head to the bottom of inning number 3. Milligan leads KCU 2-1. Back for more after this on Kool TV.
JSB Industrial Solutions, Inc. is owned and managed by Shane Wallingford to be a solutions provider for manufacturers tailoring to their specialized needs. It was created with a vision that good communication among all parties will provide the best answer to the problem. From ball mills used in pulverization to custom design of equipment or components, JSB Industrial Solutions, Inc. will gladly work with clients to resolve the issues that are prevalent. Their vision is to make your project their successful business. JSB Industrial Solutions, Tollsboro, Kentucky.
Since 19...
We go to the bottom of inning number 3. Listen, that would be the place it would hit, too. Milligan leads it 2-1. 9 and the top due up this inning, as Samantha Lawyer will take her first cuts of the day. She offers it the first pitch and comes up empty. Lawyer, a .250 hitter on the season. Did not play in game number 1. Tries to smack that one down the third base side. It goes foul. 0-2. This is one of the things I've talked about in the game of softball. When you get a slapper, there's so many times that everything they do looks like a bunt attempt, and it is always ruled as a foul ball. 0-2. Pokes this one down the line, and that one will drift. And right there's an issue that I'm talking about. Again, she kind of half-heartedly flapped the bat out there and poked at it. But you'll see so many times that slappers will just kind of throw the bat at the ball, just trying to get it into play. Starts with that open stance in the back of the box, and then gets a run and go as the ball comes plateward. And she'll leave that one downstairs as it misses 1 and 2. Somebody bought some picnic tables. My goodness. What a monstrosity it just went through on that truck. I think there was 9 picnic tables strapped together. The 1-2 offering. Poked down the third base side. Fouled again. We'll go back to the top of the order with Leyva and Mathis. And I was wondering how long it was going to take Wes Hawley to come out and say, listen, these are bunt attempts. And it's always this way. It's always the official, the opposite coach that wants to say, listen, these are bunt attempts. These are not hit attempts. And then, of course, the coach of the player at the plate is always going to say, that is a slap attempt. I've been around college softball for many, many years, and it is the same argument every single time I see it. So back inside the circle is Presnell. The 1-2 offering to Lawyer. Fouls it again. And there's no question about it. Everything that she's doing, she's trying to squirt this thing toward third base. We may have to call time. That is the sun, ladies and gentlemen. The sun has blessed the field for the first time in about 4 days. We're seeing shadows by these players. They may get scared of not knowing what's happening right now. I think there's alien life forms dancing around on the field right now. Here's the 1-2. Pokes this one over top the third baseman's head, but a foul ball. Now, listen, if we could get a little bit of sun on this field for about 30 minutes, you want to talk about changing the way this field would play. Because that turf will dry out very quickly, and the play of this field will pick up significantly on balls hit on the ground. Good at bat here by Lawyer. Goes upstairs. Did she offer? She did not, says Mr. Bill Renzi. 2-2. Good at bat here to start the inning. This will be our 9th pitch. She gets this one down towards second. Woolery flips it across and the bang-bang play at first base to get her. Let's take a look at it again on replay here. Yep, just gets her at the bag. So a nice play there by Woolery over to Halliburton to get the speedy Lawyer. So go back to the top of the order now, and Sarah Leyva, who's 0 for 1. She rockets this one to the gap, right center field. That one may be up against the fence, and it is. They got a great bounce off the top of the wall, and Leyva's going to be cut down trying to go first to second. She wanted the double, but it caromed off the top of the orange monster and came right back into play quickly. And Leyva's going to pick up a single and to be cut down trying to stretch it to a double. For 2 outs of the inning. This one lifted skyward, straight away center field. Johnson camps under it, makes the catch. And that'll end the inning. We've played 3. And KCU trails this one 2-1. We go to the 4th after this on Kool TV.
Baseball and softball seasons are here, and Grayson Sporting Goods is your one-stop shop for everything from bats and gloves to helmets and accessories. No matter the age, Grayson Sporting Goods has the size to get your favorite star ready to hit the field. Grayson Sporting Goods also offers a full selection of East and West Carter team gear with custom printing and embroidery available on many items. Stop by Grayson Sporting Goods, located on Main Street in downtown Grayson, proudly serving Carter County and surrounding counties since 1975.
Here at Papa John's, we know our stuff.
That's why we hand stuff every Epic Stuffed Crust with a whole lot of flavor.
And we always start with our fresh, never frozen dough.
We never stop exploring new flavors of stuff in our crust. And just wait until you see what we're cooking up next.
The new cheesy calzone Epic Stuffed Crust, hand stuffed with a blend of garlic herb ricotta and mozzarella. Because no one stuffs a crust like Papa John's.
We head to the top of the fourth inning. 2-1. Trying to watch the radar here for just a moment to see how things are doing in that. So Hannah Bates will lead things off. Walked her first time through. Looks at the first pitch in there for a called strike. Kind of evens a 1-1. Bates on the top due up this inning. Woolery and Vigil will go. Both teams with 3 hits in the contest. Leyva smacked one off the orange monster out there and tried to get an easy 2 out of it. And it came off the fence perfectly to the center fielder. And she made a dart throw out to second, and Leyva had to throw on the brakes, try to get into a rundown, had no chance at all. Blackburn threatening to walk her 5th batter of the ball game. And she does so. A leadoff walk issued to Bates, her 2nd time she reaches on the free pass. So Ashley Woolery, as we go back to the top of the order, climbs in. A walk and a 2 RBI single that brought home both runs for the Buffs back in the 2nd inning. She's ahead 2-0. Here's the 2-0. That's in there for a called strike, 2-1. This one's fouled away. 2-2, the count moves to. Big hello to Jeff Vance and Raceland Softball on their way back home from Fort Walton Beach as they make their way back after spring break softball. I hope they drag some warm weather back with them because it's going to be brutally cold here this week, guys. Tuesday night, we're looking at lows around 20. You talk about changing the way things play. You go from all kinds of warmth to get all the layers you can get on. 2-2 pitch fouled away. Welcome to the disgruntled bipolarness of Mother Nature in the Ohio Valley here. Three balls, 2 strikes. As Woolery battling here in her 2nd at-bat. Fouls this one straight back. Another 3-2. Misses high, ball 4. So 2 on, nobody out. as Blackburn walks her 6th. And Haley Vigil to the plate. So Woolery has been on board all 3 times she's come to the plate today. This one gets past the catcher. And both runners will advance. So now 2 runners move into scoring position. And Vigil, an opportunity to add to this 1-run lead. She'll lay off upstairs, though, and it's 2-0. Woolery drove in 2 with a single. Excuse me, we're at Vigil now. That's my mistake. I hit the wrong button. Vigil 1-for-1 with a sack bunt. Blackburn will walk the bases loaded. And I believe that might be it for Blackburn. We're going to have a call to the bullpen. We'll step out for a break. 2-1. Nobody out. Bases loaded here in the 4th. We return to Raceland after this on Kool TV.
Hello, everyone. I am Rick Clark. Let me introduce you to Carlisle, Annabelle, and Zach.
And as you can tell by these commercials, this family has a lot of fun.
We have a great team here at Clark's.
And we would love for you to join our family.
Whether you're a young person looking for your first job, someone who's looking for extra work, or maybe you're ready to start a career at a growing company, we want to talk to you. To find out more and start the process, go to myclarkspns.com.
Clark's Pump and Shop.
Return,
refresh,
refuel.
If you're looking for a complete discount pharmacy with old-fashioned service and excellent prices, look no more. Since 1979, Stultz Pharmacy has provided our area with the finest in pharmacy care. 24-hour emergency prescription service, free delivery, and drive-through service for prescriptions. Stultz Pharmacy continues to fill all of your expectations. They carry a nice selection of gift items. For hometown service, see the professionals at Stultz Pharmacy in Greenup. More than you expect from a pharmacy.
Stultz Pharmacy.
So call to the bullpen for the Knights as the right-hander Samantha Lawyer will take over. Her 15th appearance on the season, a 3-6 record, a 4.18 ERA. 70 and a third innings of work, 83 hits, 45 strikeouts, and 32 walks. 59 runs allowed. She's got 42 earned runs on the season. And she's going to inherit a mess. A bases-loaded jam and nobody out. Bates, Woolery, and Vigil have all reached on walks allowed by Blackburn. Holman's going to take over in right field, and Maggie Johnson will be the player to the plate. Johnson is 0 for 2 in this one. A fly out to the shortstop behind second base and a fly out to right. And she's ahead 1-0. That one's right down Broadway with a screwball, 1-1. This one's chopped over to the third base side, foul. I've been told that Coach Atkins and Neil's feelings are hurt because I didn't get the special shout out. We'll tell Coach Atkins when he can learn how to program and turn on the scoreboard that I'll give him the shout out. Until then, he's cut off. 1-2 pitch over to third. They'll come to the plate for the force out. Penrod will get the out there, so they'll go 5-2 for the first out of the inning. So fielder's choice, but a good job there by Leba. All 3 runners that were aboard belong to Blackburn. And now to the plate is Alana Parsons. Breaking ball stays off the plate. Parsons 1 for 2 with a double. She also has a strikeout. She cue balls this one foul. This count moves to 2-1. Slight breeze picking up again at the park. Parsons has done the only yard work today. She smashed one out of here back in game number 1 across the Orange Monster. 2-1. Fouled away. And this would be huge if Lawyer could come in and slam the door on this one, taking over with a bases loaded jam and nobody out. If you got out of this with giving up 1, you'd be happy. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Went with the changeup and got it to drop out of the bottom of the zone, and there's 2 down in the inning. So that takes a lot of pressure off your defense now as Halliburton steps in and rockets this one foul on the third base side. Coach Atkins says he has people to program the scoreboard. That's not in his repertoire. Coach, if it makes you feel any better, I had to look everything up online to figure out how to use that stupid thing too. So once you figure out all the buttons that you have to do to put in a concession to get into program mode, it's very simple. 1-1. Breaking ball stays down and away, 2-1. But it is not user-friendly if you don't have an idea of where to. It's not like a button you just push and say, hey, I'm in program mode. You got to hit a sequence of buttons. And then after that, it's a menu. It just drives you through it. But it's getting to that part is the first part of it. Lawyer back to work with the 2-1. Slapped over toward Leba. A diving save and steps on the bag. And Milligan comes up empty in the third. Or excuse me, in the fourth. Take a look at this one. Leba with a diving save. Steps on the bag and gets out of the inning as the bases will stay juiced through 3.5. We head to the bottom of the fourth. Still 2-1. Back after this on Kool TV.
Good morning, Isabella.
Hi, David.
Back for your morning routine?
Clark's Refresh Rewards program is something you'll flip for.
Hey, Isabella. Hi, Annabelle.
Donut?
Don't forget the sprinkles. Cream and sugar.
Download our app today and enjoy all of the rewards. No flipping required.
Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
If you're looking for a complete discount pharmacy with old-fashioned service and excellent prices, look no more. Since 1979, Stultz Pharmacy has provided our area with the finest in pharmacy care, 24-hour emergency prescription service, free delivery, and drive-through service for prescriptions. Stultz Pharmacy continues to fill all of your expectations. They carry a nice selection of gift items. For hometown service, see the professionals at Stultz Pharmacy in Greenup. More than you expect from a pharmacy.
Stultz Pharmacy.
We go to the bottom of the fourth inning, 2-1. Milligan in front of KCU. Hannah Eisen will lead things off. 0 for 1 today. Flew out to second base her first time through. A bases loaded, nobody out, jam. And the Knights wiggle out of it with no runs. Still trailing at 2-1 here in the fourth. There's a ball slapped over toward third, and Parsons backing it up, sliding in safely over at first. Mr. Scorer, what are you going to call that one? I'm going infield single as well, only because Vigil was playing in front of the bag. Parsons nearly made a play on it, though, but an infield single. Has a runner aboard. Swisson picks up her first hit of the contest. And Rebecca Engler comes to the plate. Engler 0 for 1. Lined out softly to first base her first time through. Presnell's breaking ball has been devastating. She just struggles getting that outside corner where she wants it. Here's a bunt attempt. That's out in front of the plate. A nice job there by Johnson to pop out, but the sacrifice bunt is complete and moves the runner out to second base. Just got it fair. So one away in the inning. And Elena Ruiz steps in, lined out to short on a rope. Her first time through. One 0 downstairs. 2 balls and no strikes. Sent back up through the box and into center field, a base hit. And they'll have runners at the corners with 1 out here in the home fourth. Fourth hit of the ball game. So Holloman comes in for her first at-bat of the contest. Shows bunt. That's just to allow Ruiz to scamper out to second base unscathed. Pitch misses for a ball, so second and third now with 1 out. An opportunity for the Knights to grab the lead on a ball in the outfield. Emma grabs the outside corner for a called strike. 1-1. Misses high. 2 balls and a strike. The 2-1. Off the end of the bat, and this one's trouble. Hits over top of the first baseman's glove and lands in fair territory. That'll bring Ison home. It's going to be a little bleeder down the line for an RBI single. We're even at 2. Halliburton stretched every inch that she had trying to get to it and just could not haul it in. So we're even at 2, and the runner's at the corners now for the Knights. So Holman comes in and picks up an RBI. So Alyssa Curtis steps to the plate. She'll be in hitting one. She's 1 for 1, had a single to right and brought in a run in her first at bat today. So Ruiz over at third, Holman at first. And you got to think that the Knights are probably going to take this first pitch and try to move Holman out to second base to get 2 runners in scoring position. Corner's pinched in, looking for a bunt. There's the pitch. It misses wide. Moving out to second base without a throw was Holman. So now the Knights with 2 runners in scoring position and only 1 out here in the home fourth. Emma dives in there for a called strike at the knees. 1-1. Red Sox and Cardinals delayed up in Boston this evening. They're starting to see some of the weather up that direction. It's been coming through here. Here's the 1-1. Swung on, but fouled away. For those basketball enthusiasts that's still hanging on for every thread of the hardwood, you've got 2 more games today and then one on Monday. Final 4, all chalk. Florida Auburn first, Duke Houston to follow. And then the national championship game Monday night. That one's down and in, 2-2. Final 4 down in San Antonio. Two on, one out, all tied at 2. Here's the 2-2. Fisted out towards short. They'll come to the plate, and they will not get the play. It was not a forced play, so the fielder's choice goes down for Curtis. The Knights plate the run, and they take the lead 3-2. And runners at the corners again. So Curtis will pick up an RBI out of it, her second of the day. And the catcher of Madison Penrod to the dish. That was a straight-up pitch out to Penrod. Penrod lined out to right field her first time through today. Outside corner, they're going to throw through and cut this one off. That allows the runner to move 60 feet and put 2 runners in scoring position with only 1 out here in the 4th. Knights looking for a big inning. Leading at 3-2 with 2 runs already across here in the home 4th. Here's a bunt. They're going to come to the plate, and she's under it. The flip did not get there. The runner will move out to second base. So the sacrifice bunt and then Penrod will move up on the fielder's choice. And KCU leads this one 4-2. And a very heated Wes Hawley having a one-sided conversation with his team out there in the circle. And Johnson looked like she took the brunt of it on the back end of it. I guess she took the brunt of the whole thing then. So Curtis moves to third, Penrod out to second. And Samantha Lawyer, who had a heck of an at-bat. Lawyer would be retired on a ground out to second, but she saw, I think it was 10 pitches in her first at-bat. And now the umpires are going to get together, and this is going to cause a situation, I believe, that they've called a timeout that they did not have in the inning. You only get it basically considered the same thing as a visit. Because the base umpire, Bill Renzi, came in and he already had his book out as he was kind of the stuff they keep the notes on with the the lineups and everything. And head coach Mark Rickert was does not look pleased by any means. And they're looking at the number of the batter and Samantha Lawyer, and that looks like, just from the way things are going, this could be ruled as an out. Okay, so what we've had is the head coach has been ejected from KCU, Mark Rickert. It's an administrative ejection due to calling his second offensive timeout in the inning. So he has to leave the area due to that issue. You can only call one offensive timeout. So Caroline Donathan will move from first base to third base, and then they'll put a player over in the first base coach's box. And that is, for me, a first that I've ever seen. I knew there was something going on with the offensive timeout, but in that process, that is where you got. This is a perfectly slapped ball out into left toward left. It's going to bring home a couple of runs, and Lawyer's going to move out to second base. So she's going to get credited with a single and RBI. Penrod is going to score on the throwing error from the shortstop, and that's also going to move Lawyer out to second base. So 2 runs score, make it 6-2. There's still only 1 out. And we go back to the top of the order, and Sarah Leba. Leba yanks this one foul over on the third base side. And you wonder what you get when you have a good slapper at the plate. Right there is what you get. Leba smacks this one over toward the first base side. Halliburton will take the easy out at first. That moves the runner of Lawyer over to third, and there's 2 down in the inning. Mathis 1 for 2 today. She looks at a pitch right down Broadway. Excuse me, Mathis is 0 for 2. That's my mistake. Slaps this one over toward the third baseman. Vigil bobbles it, makes the throw, and gets her at the bag. Let's take a quick look at it here. Just as she gets there, the ball arrives in time. 3-4. KCU has extended its lead now to 6-2. We head to the 5th after this on Kool TV.
Here at Kentucky Christian University, we believe that nursing saves lives. Nursing is more than a career, it's a calling. KCU has a reputation for producing exemplary graduates who excel both clinically and professionally. With options for both in-person and online studies, KCU is ready to help you begin the career of your dreams today. Find out more at kcu.edu.
At First National Bank, we strive to make every person that walks through our doors feel like family, because to us, you are. For over 120 years, we have lived in and served the families of Kentucky with genuine care through the good times and the bad. Come and see the difference banking with family can truly make for you at any of our 7 locations or visit our website at www.fnbgrayson.com. First National Bank, member FDIC.
Well, a good inning for the Knights as they now have 7 hits in the ball game, and a 5-run 4th inning has taken this ball game into a 6-2 lead as we start the top of inning number 5. Due up this inning, Brown, Steele, and Johnson 6, 7, and 8 for the visiting Buffs. And the first pitch in there from Samantha Lawyer is a called strike. One and one. Wind starting to pick up again here at the ballpark. That next cell trying to push its way through this direction. Two balls and a strike. Three and one. Twins have finished off the Astros 6-1 today. A 6-run 4th inning for the Twins. This one's fouled away first base side, and the count goes full to the leadoff hitter and the left fielder of Alexis Brown. Brown 0 for 2 in the ball game. Reached on an errant flight out. Here's the payoff pitch. Chopped foul, third base side. So the Knights today have done damage with the big innings. They had a 7-run first inning in the first game, followed by a 5 spot in the 5th. They put 5 up here in the 4th to turn a 2-1 deficit into a 6-2 lead. 3-2, rake foul again. Another 3-2. Lifted skyward, center field. Dropping back at the wall. Mathis at the warning track hauls it in for the first out of the inning. Right now with that wind, the way that it's swirling out to center field, you get any ball up in the air, you got to hold your breath.
Now batting is number 5, Stephanie Steele.
So Stephanie Steele steps in with a pair of walks to her credit today. First pitch in there for a called strike. Slapped out towards short. Ruiz picks and throws. Stretch City for Curtis over at first base as she keeps the foot on the bag. 2 down in the inning. She took a routine play and turned it into something not routine. So Steele retired for the first time today. And the Knights trying to find their first clean inning of the contest. And Molly Johnson looks at a pitch that just misses wide for a ball. Johnson 0 for 2 in the contest. Down and in. This one's bent foul over on the third base side. Yeah, the second out was 6-3. 2 balls and a strike. Lawyer tries to spin that one to the top half of the zone and comes up empty, 3-1. Bates awaits in the on-deck circle, would go next. Johnson trying to reach for the first time today. 3-1 from Lawyer. Half-hearted swing that comes up empty. That's a full count. So Lawyer trying to work through the order in 1-2-3 fashion. We'll have a payoff pitch coming on this one. Here it comes. Misses high, ball 4 and a 2-out walk. There's nothing that drives a coach crazy than 2-out walks. Walks are bad enough. But when you get it in a 2-out walk, that is just something, and it comes around to bite you so many times. So Johnson aboard for her first time today. And Hannah Bates steps in. Bates 2 walks in her back pocket today, and she's ahead 1-0. Sends this one out to Ruiz at short. She'll gather it in and in the inning. They get one on, pushing that across. Time to stretch here at the ballpark. KCU in front, 6-2. Back for more after this on Kool TV.
If you can picture yourself in a better job and a better life, there are thousands of openings in Kentucky right now. And with the Work Ready Kentucky Scholarship, you can prepare for many of them tuition-free. Good at Ashland Community and Technical College. This scholarship offers 100% free tuition for classes that can prepare you for a great job in healthcare, advanced manufacturing, and more in as little as 13 weeks. Get started today at workreadykentucky.com.
The Greenup County Public Library System is the best. Read the latest bestsellers in large print, regular print, or audio CDs. You can also check out movies or place a hold on a book on our website or call one of the library locations to place a hold. There are community meeting rooms available by reservation at all locations for clubs and organizations. And be sure to check out the Jesse Stewart collection at the Greenup County branch. Check them out on Facebook and Twitter.
6-2 as we move into the bottom of the 5th inning. We'll see if we've got some changes on the field. I'm trying to see them. Everybody on the infield's still the same. It's got to be an outfield change if it's anything. $23 for 3. So Wheeler coming on. She's going to go to shortstop. So Wheeler will go to short. Parsons moves to first. And then there was one other one that they said, and I did not catch that one. 12 for 24 possibly, which would be the left fielder. We'll double check it here in a moment. That's a nice pitch, and it's quickly 0-2. And Eisen at the plate, 1 for 2. Okay, so it's 12 for 24 was the other change out. We'll get that in just a second. That one slings it wide. So Grasse, 3's out of the game. Wheeler came in for her. 23 for 3. And that one's at the knees for a called strike 3. 1 away in the inning. So Eisen caught looking for the first out here in the 5th. And out of the plate is the left fielder, Rebecca Engler, excuse me. So defensively now, it's Grosset, Johnson, and Steele. That's left to right. Third to first, Vigil, Wheeler, Worley, and Parsons. Johnson still behind the dish. Nice breaking ball on the outside corner for a called strike, 1-1. 6-2 here in the fifth. Swing and a miss. Took something off that one and got the fan and miss. Presnell's done a good job inside the circle today. Just had that one inning that got away. They're in that 5-run fourth inning. The 1-2. Tries to come inside but misses. Really good spot, 2-2. Fouled away. One down here in the bottom of the fifth inning. 6-2. KCU trying to get a sweep. I pick up 3 out of 4 here in Raceland this weekend after splitting yesterday with CIU. Another 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. 2 down here in the inning. So the shortstop, Elena Ruiz, will step in. She's 1 for 2 on the afternoon. Base is empty. First pitch misses high for a ball. Ruiz a line out to short and a single to center. Low 2-0. Presnell back to the plate and misses low 3-0. Could we get identical fifth innings where both batters or both pitchers walk a batter with 2 outs? The right-hander walks back up on the rubber. The 3-0 coming toward Ruiz. And she catches the outside corner for a called strike, 3-1. This one's fouled away. So the count moves to full. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bottom of the fifth inning. 6-2 Knights in front. Runs it inside and it's ball 4. Presnell wanted the call, didn't get it. So a 2-out walk for Ruiz will keep the inning alive. And Holman will take her second cuts at the plate after coming in for her first at-bat and delivering an RBI. She lays off that pitch up and away for a ball. I wonder how many times. I just want to know how long some of these players sit up and come up with some of these chants. Here's a chopper out to third. Vigil flips it across, and the inning is over. We've played 5. 6-2 our score. We're back to Raceland after this on Kool TV.
Primary Plus is celebrating 40 years of its mission of quality, advanced, affordable health care. With over 11 primary care locations throughout the region, Primary Plus believes in our communities and our patients. The Primary Plus name means primary care plus so much more, offering extended services such as women's health, pediatrics, dental, counseling, diabetes management, infusion services, and on-site pharmacy that offers free delivery. Primary Plus believes in connecting healthcare for you and your family and is always welcoming new patients. Learn more at primaryplus.net.
Osman Pharmacy and Grill, located at 89 2nd Street in downtown Vanceburg, Kentucky, offers fast and friendly service with a hometown feel. Check out their specialty items in person or order them online at osmanpharmacy.com. Osman Pharmacy and Grill also has daily dinner specials where you can dine in or get your order to go. Stop by or call Osman Pharmacy and Grill today. Osman Pharmacy and Grill, 89 2nd Street in downtown Vanceburg.
We head to the top of the 6th inning. 6-2 our score. And the first pitch in there to the leadoff hitter, Ashley Woolery, is a call strike, 0-1.
Leading off is number 18, Ashley Worley.
Woolery 1 for 1 in the ball game. Lifts this one skyward, drifting back as Ruiz. She'll make it at the collar with the catch. 1 down in the inning. So it brings in Haley Vigil.
Now batting is number 17, Haley Vigil.
Breaking ball just misses, 1-2. Or excuse me, 1-1. Vigil 1 for 1 with a sacrifice bunt. Singled her first time through, and then drew a walker last time up. Takes something off of that one and gets her to swing through. 1-2. Pirates have grabbed a 4-2 lead over the Yankees, bottom of the 4th inning up at Pittsburgh. Dodgers lead the Phillies 2-1. Nationals in front of the D-backs 4-0, and a swing and a miss. 2 down in the inning. So Vigil retired for the first time today. And with 2 outs and nobody on, in comes the center fielder of Maggie Johnson.
Now batting is number 16, Maggie Johnson.
Johnson 0 for 3 on the afternoon. There's a chopper out to Ruiz. Takes the high hop, fields and throws. And a clean inning here in the 6th. We move to the bottom of the 6th. Knights lead this one. A score of 6-2. We return to Raceland for more after this on Kool TV.
JSB Industrial Solutions, Inc. is owned and managed by Shane Wallingford to be a solutions provider for manufacturers tailoring to their specialized needs. It was created with the vision that good communication among all parties will provide the best answer to the problem. From ball mills used in pulverization to custom design of equipment or components, JSB Industrial Solutions, Inc. will gladly work with clients to resolve the issues that are prevalent. Their vision is to make your project their successful business. JSB Industrial Solutions, Tollsboro, Kentucky.
Our journey.
We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. KCU leads at 6-2. 7, 8, and 9 do up this inning for the Knights. One defensive note to put out there as York has taken over at third base for Vigil. She will assume her spot in the batting order. So the first pitch in there is a called strike to Alyssa Curtis, who's 1 for 2. Two runs driven in for Curtis today. Count evens at 1-1. (6-2) here in the sixth. Knights hoping it's the final time they need the bats here this afternoon. And what would be a sweep in the Twin Bill, and what would be a 3-game winning streak after losing the first game yesterday 11-2. Came back and walked it off in the seventh in game 2 in a 12-11 victory. One game won here this afternoon, 12-8, and they lead this one 6-2 after a 5-run fourth inning. Samantha Lawyer came in with a bases loaded, no out jam. Got out of it with no runs given up. And then the offense came to life in that fourth inning, in which they played at 5 and have been in control since. 1-2 pitch. Weekly hit. This is a blooper that's going to fall into the Bermuda Triangle out in left field and a base hit. It was trouble off of the bat. Wheeler, Grasse, and Johnson all coming together. Neither could get to it. And now the catcher of Madison Penrod steps in. So Curtis picking up her second hit of the afternoon. She's 2 for 3 today. Penrod gives this one a ride. It's up against the wall and off the glove of Steele. Steele loses her footing. Curtis is coming first to third. She's going to motor in and stand up there, and it's going to be a stand-up double for Penrod. Heck of an effort there by Steele as she tried to get it. She was up against the fence when the ball got there. So Penrod has 2 on with nobody out now, and Samantha Lawyer to the plate is 1 for 2. Lawyer gets down a perfect bunt. They'll get her at first. They come to the plate and do not get her at the plate. Curtis slides in safely, 7-2. On the little safety squeeze, if you will. Just beating the throw.
Now batting is number 20, Sarah Leba.
So Sarah Leba steps in now, 1 for 3. Nice lead at 7-2 now. Chops this one foul. She's quickly behind 0-2. They've really stayed off speed with her a lot today. Has kept her off balance at the plate. Went 1 for 4 in game 1, but had a bases clearing double in her only hit of the ball game. Here's the 0-2. Come back inside and catcher looking, called strike 3. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. 2 down in the inning. So that brings in Callie Mathis, who's still looking for her first hit of the ball game. Mathis 0 for 3, 2 ground outs and a fly out. That one's in there for a called strike. Coming to the plate in the visiting 7th will be 4, 5, and 6. Count goes to 1-1. Nice change up there that dives in at the hands. Goes to 1-2. I was talking about all the different chants that the softball players. The other side, to play softball and be successful, you have to be a world-class speller. I mean, they really go deep on some of these chants with they spelling things out. 1-2. Misses high for a ball. One, it goes to 2-2. Some of the chants are just hilarious, and you know they get in the head of the other players. And there's always one person in the dugout that is their job. I call him the hype kid. They get everybody going. Pitch misses high. She goes with a screwball upstairs. Runs the count full. Here with 2 down in the inning. 2 on. Or excuse me, just 1 on, my mistake. Out to second. Morley flips to first and ends the inning. But the Knights played across one more run. They lead at 7-2 as we head to the 7th after this on Kool TV.
Baseball and softball seasons are here, and Grayson Sporting Goods is your one-stop shop for everything from bats and gloves to helmets and accessories. No matter the age, Grayson Sporting Goods has the size to get your favorite star ready to hit the field. Grayson Sporting Goods also offers a full selection of East and West Carter team gear with custom printing and embroidery available on many items. Stop by Grayson Sporting Goods, located on Main Street in downtown Grayson, proudly serving Carter County and surrounding counties since 1975.
Here at Papa John's, we know our stuff.
That's why we hand stuff every Epic Stuffed Crust with a whole lot of flavor.
And we always start with our fresh, never frozen dough.
We never stop exploring new flavors of stuffing our crust. And just wait until you see what we're cooking up next.
The new cheesy calzone epic stuffed crust, hand stuffed with a blend of garlic herb ricotta and mozzarella, because no one stuffs a crust like Papa John's.
We go to the 7th. KCU trying to get the sweep of Milligan, leading at 7-2. 2 runs, 3 hits, no error, and 1 error, for Milligan. 7 runs on 9 hits and an error for KCU. So the Buffs will come to the plate in the good part of their order, 4, 5, and 6, but they got a lot of work to do, down 5. And starting things off will be Alana Parsons, who's 1 for 3. She looks at a first pitch called strike. 2 strikeouts and a double for Parsons today. She lifts this one skyward, and that one's not coming back. See you later into the treetops. As Parsons yells Yahtzee for the second time today. A no-doubter into the treetops, 7-3. So Parsons' second home run of the afternoon. And that one was a no-doubter. She went oppo taco to right in her first one and comes back with this one on a shot to left. So now Jordan Wheeler steps in, her first at-bat of the ball game. Most important thing, though, for Wheeler is, or Lawyer, excuse me, was a solo shot. Evens the count at 1-1. Here's the 1-1. Misses high for a ball, 2-1. Should the Knights need their bats in the home 7th, 3, 4, and 5 would be due up at the plate. Squirted over toward the first base side. Giving chase is Curtis. She runs out of real estate, and the count goes to 1-2. No runs in the first. 2 for Milligan, 1 for KCU in the second. We went scoreless in the third. And Knights put 5 across in the fourth. Added another run in the sixth. And then Milligan gets the solo leadoff home run here in the seventh. Here's a chopper toward the third base side. That's a foul ball. Our home plate umpire quickly jumps out and makes that call. Hat tip to our umpiring crews this weekend. They've done a great job in both games. So Wheeler digs back in a 2-2 count. Lifts this one skyward in front of the plate. Lawyer's going to come on and make the catch for the first out of the inning. Anybody but her is supposed to catch that ball. Nice job fielding her own position in front of the circle. So with one away, Mia Grasse steps in. Grasse went 2 for 4 back in game number 1, her first at-bat in this one. And she looks at a breaker at the knees for a called strike. 0-1. Cue ball down the first base side that will get foul. That's one of those crazy ones. You let roll as long as it will until it gets to that bag, because we saw one here yesterday. It started all the way down the first base line until it got to the batter's lane or the runner's lane, and then it grabbed a left-hand turn signal and shot fair. You get that cue ball English on, especially on turf, you never know when it's going to grab and take off. Tries to spike this one to get her to chase, won't go. I've seen balls go all the way down the line and right before it gets to the bag, jump into fair territory. Lawyers 1-2. This is low 2-2. Grasse awaits her first at bat and comes up empty on the strikeout. 2 down in the inning. So now Stephanie Steele will come to the plate.
Now batting is number 5, Stephanie Steele.
Nice pitch on the outer half of the plate for a called strike. Still 0 for 1 today with 2 walks. Chops this one over to third, but it bends foul. The Buffs down to the final strike of the ball game. Okay, the Knights break out the brooms here on Saturday. 0-2. Check swing. Did she go? They're going to offer down to first base. There is no chance in the world he was going to call that a strike. If Bill Renzi would have rung her up, he may have had to get an escort out of the building. Count holds at 1-2. Lawyer bounces that one in, 2-2. Knights have tallied up 5 strikeouts against the Buffs today. Lawyer with 3 of those. 2's wild across the board here in the 7th. 7-3 Knights leading it, trying to close things out. And this one's a rocket down the right field line. That's a fair ball. So a 2-out single by Steele. And the inning will continue. So it brings in Molly Johnson. Johnson 0 for 2 today with a walk. And a first pitch in there for a called strike. 2-1. Two balls and a strike. Little bleeder out to shortstop. Ruiz handles it, and that's your ball game. Knights win this one 7-3. Postgame show, we return after this on Kool TV.
Here at Kentucky Christian University, we believe that nursing saves lives. Nursing is more than a career, it's a calling. KCU has a reputation for producing exemplary graduates who excel both clinically and professionally. With options for both in-person and online studies, KCU is ready to help you begin the career of your dreams today. Find out more at kcu.edu.
At First National Bank, we strive to make every person that walks through our doors feel like family. Because to us, you are. For over 120 years, we have lived in and served the families of Kentucky with genuine care through the good times and the bad. Come and see the difference banking with family can truly make for you at any of our 7 locations or visit our website at www.fnbgrayson.com. First National Bank, member FDIC.
If you can picture yourself in a better job and a better life, there are thousands of openings in Kentucky right now. And with the Work Ready Kentucky Scholarship, you can prepare for many of them tuition-free. Good at Ashland Community and Technical College. This scholarship offers 100% free tuition for classes that can prepare you for a great job in healthcare, advanced manufacturing, and more in as little as 13 weeks. Get started today at workreadykentucky.com.
The Greenup County Public Library System is the best. Read the latest bestsellers in large print, regular print, or audio CDs. You can also check out movies or place a hold on a book on our website or call one of the library locations to place a hold. There are community meeting rooms available by reservation at all locations for clubs and organizations. And be sure to check out the Jesse Stewart collection at the Greenup County branch. Check them out on Facebook and Twitter.
7-3 your final score here in this one. As it was scoreless through 1, Milligan placed 2 on the board in the second. KCU answered with 1 of their own. No score in the third. Milligan threatened in the fourth. They loaded the bases with nobody out, and that's when Samantha Lawyer came in and slammed the door. They got the hold it there in the top of the fourth, and then they answered with the bats in the fifth, or in the fourth, with a 5-run fourth inning, making it 6-2. They put another run across in the sixth. Milligan got a leadoff solo shot in the seventh, but they would get no closer. 7-3 your final here in this one. We'll come back, look at our final numbers, wrap things up here from Raceland. KCU wins this one 7-3 for the sweep over Milligan. Back after this on Kool TV.
Primary Plus is celebrating 40 years of its mission of quality, advanced, affordable health care. With over 11 primary care locations throughout the region, Primary Plus believes in our communities and our patients. The Primary Plus name means primary care plus so much more. Offering extended services such as women's health, pediatrics, dental, counseling, diabetes management, infusion services, and on-site pharmacy that offers free delivery. Primary Plus believes in connecting health care for you and your family and is always welcoming new patients. Learn more at primaryplus.net.
Osman Pharmacy and Grill, located at 89 2nd Street in downtown Vanceburg, Kentucky, offers fast and friendly service with a hometown feel. Check out their specialty items in person or order them online at osmanpharmacy.com. Osman Pharmacy and Grill also has daily dinner specials where you can dine in or get your order to go. Stop by or call Osman Pharmacy and Grill today. Osman Pharmacy and Grill, 89 2nd Street in downtown Vanceburg.
Since 1932, thank you for being a part of our journey.
Baseball and softball seasons are here, and Grayson Sporting Goods is your one-stop shop for everything from bats and gloves to helmets and accessories. No matter the age, Grayson Sporting Goods has the size to get your favorite star ready to hit the field. Grayson Sporting Goods also offers a full selection of East and West Carter team gear with custom printing and embroidery available on many items. Stop by Grayson Sporting Goods, located on Main Street in downtown Grayson, proudly serving Carter County and surrounding counties since 1975.
back here at Raceland Sports Complex as KCU wins it in game number 2, 7-3. Here's your final box numbers. 2-hit afternoon for Parsons. She goes 2 for 4 with an RBI. She doubled and homered in her 2 hits in game number 2. For KCU, Curtis goes 2 for 3 from the bottom of the order. She drives in 2. Blackburn and Penrod with doubles as the only extra base hits for the Knights. Pitching looks like this. Bresno goes 6 innings, 9 hits, 7 runs all earned, strikes out 3, walks a batter. She'll take the loss. Blackburn goes 3 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned, struck out 2, walked 7. She will take a no decision. Lawyer will pick up the victory of 4 innings, 2 hits, 1 run that was earned, struck out 3, walked a batter. Final numbers look like this. Milligan 3 runs, 5 hits, 1 error. They leave 11 on base. KCU 7 runs on 9 hits, 1 error. They leave 4 runners on base. An hour 57 to play this one. And the Knights bring out the brooms and get the sweep here in game number 2. 7-3 your final score. That's going to do it for us here this weekend. We'll be back with you next weekend for softball coverage over in Grayson as they'll pay honor to their seniors on Saturday. And you can catch all that action right here on Kool TV. Again, your final score in game 2, 7-3 Knights win it. For Trey Collier, I'm James Collier. So long, everyone.
Thank you for watching another KCU Knights softball broadcast live on Kool TV. This broadcast of Kentucky Christian University softball has been an exclusive sports presentation of the Kool Sports Network and Kool TV.